When we can provide kids with a really strong start in pre-kindergarten through the educational environments that pre-K offers, we're setting them up for success not just as soon as they finish pre-K, but giving them the tools and the skills to do well beyond that.
Although eligible students now have access to full-day pre-K, the state only funds pre-K at a half-day rate, leaving school districts with already limited budgets to make up the difference.
Out of all the student populations that we have, any student program we have in the whole entire system, whether it's special education, career tech, talented and gifted, you name it, every single student is funded at least a whole child. Some are weighted more, depending on the program they're in. This one is not even funded at a whole child.
If we don't put the time and effort into our little people now, it's going to show in the end.
100% of Texas children deserve a strong foundation for success in school and in life. And that strong foundation starts with a high-quality pre-K education.
Pre-K gives them the necessary skills that they need to start kindergarten. So it gives them school readiness skills, it gives them confidence, and it also gives them an academic boost.
Fully funding the pre-K program would benefit our students first and foremost, in that we could have additional resources to help support students and their needs.
If we had a fully funded pre-K, we could have an after-school program, so parents could pick their kids up at 5 o'clock, right, when they get off work. I would feel more confident that we would serve a majority of people in the community that need it.
From foundational reading and math to essential behavioral and social emotional skills, every day a child spends in the pre-K classroom is vital to the development of their young mind.
So it helps them with their early literacy skills such as phonics, letters and letter sounds, and phonemic awareness, the ability to manipulate sounds. And those are the building blocks of reading and writing. It can also help improve their early numeracy skills, so things like number identification, counting, and patterns.
What behavioral expectations look like, what it looks like to form a line and walk down to the cafeteria. All those simple things, it takes time to do that. If a student's first brush with that in public schools is when they're a kindergartner, they will immediately notice that they are behind their peers.
So I think pre-K is very crucial to a child's growth and development. It sets them up to be successful learners and also promotes them to have school readiness.
While pre-K families, teachers, and administrators see the payoff right before their eyes, the benefits of a high-quality pre-K education extend well beyond the pre-K classroom. Research proves that pre-K creates lasting success for our youngest Texans, from day one of kindergarten to third-grade STAR assessments to high school graduation and beyond.
A pre-K student coming into kindergarten, they are almost like a pre-reader and they have confidence. If they don't have confidence, they're not going to try, they're not going to succeed.
They come into first grade with that foundation that I and grades above can build upon, and that allows for a smoother transition into formal schooling.
Students that are in pre-K, well, obviously their third grade reading and math assessments are higher because they have an additional year of literacy instruction, early literacy, and early numeracy instruction. And those two pieces are reflected on the STAR assessment test.
By creating full-day funding for full-day pre-K, what we can guarantee is that more students will have access to high-quality early learning environments that set them up for success not just in third grade, which is important, but throughout the rest of their academic careers and beyond. When we look at funding and how Texas compares to the rest of the country, we trail the national average in per-student spending on pre-K by more than $3,000. That's almost $1 billion that we're behind in investing in pre-K that the rest of the nation is currently doing.
If the state is only funding half, then who's funding the other half?
That puts school districts with already strained budgets on the hook for figuring out how to fund this extremely important investment.
At the same time, the state requires school districts to meet various high-quality pre-K benchmarks related to curriculum, teacher qualification, family engagement, and more. This means Texas is investing 50% into pre-K and expecting 100% in returns.
When we don't have adequate funding for a program, it's hard to make the right investments to improve quality.
If we recognize that brain research says between age 2 and 7 is the optimal time for learning and language acquisition, that's well established in the research. If we're requiring school districts to have full-day pre-K because we recognize the importance of it, then why are we not funding it fully?
The bottom line, Texas has made great strides in early education, but it's time to align Texas investment in full-day pre-K with our bold vision for the state's future.
The truth is, students don't have the same starting line when they come in. So pre-K for disadvantaged students is a great equalizer in education.
Pre-K is one of the best ways to invest taxpayer dollars into our communities, into our economy, because it helps students prepare for their futures.
It's really the foundation of education of their whole life.
Every hand should go up on this.
Let's call on our Texas legislators to invest 100% in a future where every child has the strong foundation they deserve by fully funding full-day pre-K.